Hi, Steve here, and this is going to be a video on some hot tips of how to tackle invasive ivy on the ground. We'll tell you the tools to use and basic techniques. It's really quite simple. To get ivy off the ground, you got to pull it and sometimes clip it. So pulling it off the ground and clip it. First, it's also good to do the trees. If you're doing a big area with trees that have been engulfed in ivy, save the trees first by girdling it. You can see my other video on tree ivy to see how to do that. But basically we're taking it from down from here to the base of the tree and then pulling it away from the base of the tree in a 3-foot to 6-foot initial lifesaver ring. So all the ivy around the tree gets pulled. This is the tool I love. It's a Corona bypass clipper. It's at Lowe's, Home Depot, or your local hardware store, or direct from the company. But it's a fantastic tool. They never break, and they can kill an amazing amount of ivy. It's just a fantastic help when you're looking at a whole bunch of ivy going, oh, how do I do that? This is your secret. Okay, this is fantastic. Pull the ivy, clip the ivy, and put in the garbage. The next thing that's really cool is to have a bucket, a small bucket. You can squish an amazing amount of ivy in one of these 5-gallon buckets, which you can get at the hardware store or sometimes free at a restaurant or a grocery store or deli. They store pickles in these. So anyway, I recommend a bucket, and when you fill the bucket up, haul it to your big bucket and get it in the garbage. That's how you get the ivy off the ground. Pull and clip, pull and clip. Now if you're getting some bigger ivy, it's good to have a pair of loppers. Sometimes near the base of trees you get some bigger vines, and it's nice to have loppers like this. That gets a little bit bigger vine without the, a small tool won't get the bigger one. So it's nice to have a pair of loppers too. This is a Corona bypass lopper, super effective at cutting tons of ivy. If you have some really big ivy, these Fiskars bypass metal loppers are really heavy duty, and these have never broken either. These are indestructible. So that's another thing. If your ivy is so bad, you might want to consider a metal pair of loppers. And you want to also take note of native plants as you remove the ground ivy. You want to work around. This is an Oregon grape. It's a native plant. That's what we want. We want to save that. We don't want to mow down everything and then re-landscape. We want to save everything that you want to save, which is your bush in your yard or in nature parks. You're saving all the native plants. So when we remove the ivy, everything's going to be breathing and happy and thrive in the sunlight. So here's another one. It's an Indian plum. That's native. That's a tree. Very nice tree. It's got a vine going up it. We're going to save that. And that's basically what it is using your tools and pulling the ivy. Sometimes you can just pull it out without tools, but normally something's going to grab, and it's really handy to have a tool. This is a secret weapon.